What is up, fam? It's the CK Train, and welcome to another episode of the Knights Manager Mode. This episode, the Newcastle Knights will be performing against the Penrith Panthers in an ultimate showdown of defence. But as this gameplay is not as entertaining as one would like, I wanted to take the opportunity to introduce the channel and future plans I have with this channel, starting with the rugby league aspect. I've been in love with rugby league ever since 2007, when I started coming to terms with the St George Dragons side, with the likes of Mark Gasnier, Ben Creagh, the Morris twins, Ben Hornby and Jason Riles. And it's kind of ironic as Nathan Brown is having new endeavours as a head coach of the Knights. And if you don't remember, he was the head coach of the 2007 Dragons side. While I was a lifelong supporter of the Dragons, and played video games such as NRL Mascot Mania on DS, yes, blast from the past, I never really had much knowledge or appreciation until 2012, where I competed in a local rugby league competition. You could now call me a Dragon supporter, but overall an NRL fan, a fan that wishes to see the game grow, with the impact that Hayne has had in America. I don't see why a great game like rugby league can't develop further into a highly respectable international sport. But back to the channel. My first priority to this channel will always be rugby league. But in order to grow, expect to see games such as Black Ops 3 and possibly even UFC 2. They are more neutral games and hopefully they will bring life to the channel. With rugby league will come Madden, and for the American audience. But as for FIFA, I believe the game isn't being watched, so if you would like some IRL videos, that could be accomplished. Currently I am recording and editing with basic equipment, i.e. the PlayStation Share system and mic, and GIMP to create thumbnails and other creative imaging. Hopefully in the future, as the channel grows, I will be investing in more enhanced equipment, but the truth is I'm still learning, in brackets, how to media. Sounding like one of those learning books, everyone needs to start somewhere. Going back to Hayne Plain, seeing how far he has grown over his sporting career. Which reminds me of the Auckland Nines coming up real soon, and all the fantasy leagues starting up. If you want to be in a league with me, the comments are always open for discussion. And if you have any ideas or suggestions of any kind, it would be much appreciated. #HamHighFive. My thoughts on the Nines is it's a great concept, but I know the Dragons have trial games in Queensland on the same weekend, so I feel like the NRL board need to develop it more like cricket has developed the Big Bash League, possibly bringing players from overseas and creating more hype around the sport. People have suggested a draft like in America, but I guess the difference in Australia is the talent isn't as large to choose from. Bringing back to American college systems. Would you think scouting players in the NFL and bringing them into the rugby league culture could be a great prospect for the draft system, whereby the NRL clubs don't get annoyed for paying the development of current rookies, but at the same time bring more players into the game for Nines tournaments and other endeavours? But yeah, reviewing the match on screen, it can be told that Newcastle Knights defence, especially goal line defence, has improved drastically, and although I'm not intentionally missing them anymore, using the slider systems in the game is very helpful, especially if you find you're getting beat down the middle. Clustering your defenders so there is less space to go through will help. All you need to be careful of is the ball being shifted out wide, and possibly catching the winger on a 1-on-3 situation. If you notice a big ball runner going from a smaller guy, you can go for the legs tackle, but you have to watch out for player stamina after you do this, and know that the CPU can catch you off with an offload. Tips by CK for the win. Also, whenever in doubt, have a winger like Uarte or Nightingale and just keep giving the ball to them. Eventually their speed and strength will burn the defence if you shift the ball carefully. Therefore, playing centres with good passing skills like Tumavave is a good idea, but even better, you might want someone with a little more pace like James Roberts that can also hand the ball off to the winger if need be, or he can go himself and dummy and go. Although, back to the Black Ops 3, I'm so hyped for the new DLC coming out. The maps look so cool, especially the Splash one. I got to admit, this is my first COD game, and luckily I haven't had to go with the experience the pain of Ghosts. But still, I have a few game plans ready to post. Comment down below if you want to see them. Over the background, I'll probably talk more in depth about the Nines lineup and try to make predictions and so forth. And there will be another prediction video about the NRL season coming around March, just before the NRL season starts. But a quick overview, I see the season being pretty conventional, nothing too out of the ordinary, Queensland starting another dominance, unfortunately. But what can you do? Those guys are living legends, especially that of JT. I also predict the Dragons to make the 8, no bias at all, but I like how they are building a new dynasty with the likes of Tom Carr, Kitty Glyman and Matt Duffley, and hopefully, like the Dragons are building a new dynasty in real life, I can build these Knights to a new dynasty. While the open market isn't up yet, I'd also like comments down below if you can leave examples of players to buy in this Newcastle career mode. I believe James Roberts is a player that I'll bring in and will be retaining Tyrone Roberts for the story, as I don't think the likes of Hodkinson or Foran are good options to this Newcastle attack or defence. And hopefully in the future we can go after players like Mitchell, like Johnson or Milford down the track. The old blokes at this club will also be experiencing the flick after I want to build a young team that has the potential to grow and all the hype storyline that is associated with that. As we see the gameplay in the background, the intercept is thrown and the siren is blown. The full-time stats will come up shortly as the players leaving the field into the dressing room feeling a sense of accomplishment, but also feeling a lot of work is needed to be done in the attacking frame. But yes, I am your boy, the CK Train, and I am out.